My name is Brian Kehoe from Dunlop Manufacturing. We are at Guitar Center to show you the new MXR M236 Super Badass Variac Fuzz. This fuzz starts with a hot-rodded vintage circuit, and then we add a Variac knob that adjusts the voltage internally from 5 volts all the way up to 15 volts. Which is pretty cool. You have output that adjusts the output. You have the gain that adjusts the fuzz. Tone knob is just a high-end roll-off, and the Variac is kind of the secret ingredient of this whole deal. It can go from mild to wild sounds by adjusting 4 parameters. One thing that is really interesting is it's got a lot of output, a lot of fuzzes, because there's some frequency cancellation happening when the fuzz hits, that it sounds great in the bedroom, whatever, you get in front of a drummer or a band or whatever like that, and it just kind of loses its steam. This has got a lot of output to really slam into your amps and just crush that input plate voltage, especially on a tube amp, to really get that thing going. So between those 4 functions, you get really versatile kind of killer sounds out of it. So I'm going to show you a vintagey kind of a fuzz sound with the gain down a little bit, the Variac kind of around 9 volts, and the tone knob up pretty good. So this time, I'm kind of going to give you an overdrive style effect. I turn the Variac all the way up to 15 volts. I have the gain down and the tone all the way up, and you're going to hear it's going to open up and be a little more transparent, more amp-like. And just real quick, let me show you what it sounds like when the pedal is not engaged. So here's my clean sound. The next setting I want to show you is the spitty, browned out, dead battery sound, which I love. I'm going to turn the Variac all the way down to 5 volts. I'm going to turn the gain up pretty good bit. I'm going to turn the tone down a little bit and the output up a little bit to make up for the lack of voltage. You hear it falling apart, compressing. It's pretty cool. So with all these parameters, it's really, really fun to try to find a sweet spot. Here's one of my favorite spots. I bring the Variac down just below 9 volts, crank the gain up, and get this real kind of desert rock, kind of stony kind of vibe. So as you can see, this thing is very versatile, a lot of fun. The M236 Super Badass Variac Fuzz. It is a true bypass, 9 volt in, battery operated. The Variac does what it does, 5 volts to 15 volts. Between all those parameters, you can really slam into your amp and get a lot of fun out of it. So, my name is Brian Kehoe from Dunlop Manufacturing. Get down to Guitar Center and go and check this thing out. And if you want to get on the old wide world webs, that would be guitarcenter.com.